Hi lovelies, welcome. I'm so glad you could be with me today. I hope you're all doing really well, and I love catching up with you weekly, or even I was going to say daily. I wish I could be on here daily, but I love catching up with you weekly, guys, on the premiere. Love having a chat. I just love each and every one of you. Wow, look at all this purple and white here. I just realized it. The crown chakra, it's purity. Got my cute little angels sitting here. Wow. Just take a deep breath, guys. And exhale. Let down. I was going to say let down your hair, just relax. Maybe, literally, if you've got your hair tied up, let it down, just relax. Take a few deep breaths. And we're going to get into the reading. So I have seriously felt drawn. It's so weird because just as I was about to, start the setting up for the reading, I never know what's going to happen until the cards show us. But I was told to look at the inner child. This is the theme for this week, I feel. Plus, there will be other messages, perhaps for other areas of your life that we need to know about as well. But I love this book. I've had this book for years. This is called Affirmations for the Inner Child. And so many of us have, we have a lot of unresolved issues from our childhood. And it's all about nurturing that inner child within, and we can do that through positive self-talk. We can do it through play, becoming playful, having fun, seeing the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, doing something new and exciting and being like a child, basically, coming into the world through innocent eyes, playful eyes, befriending people, obviously having discernment, as an adult, but it's talking about just coming back into that trusting energy, being able to not see the world through a lens where there's a lot of negatives. Because when you're a child, you are trusting, you see everything as beautiful and amazing, and people, you want to know about them, you want to explore, and, different places, there's different adventures. And life is awesome as a child for a lot of people. Some people haven't had a good childhood, and that's sad. And this is about being able to heal those aspects of ourselves as well that have been neglected or abused or forgotten about, or who didn't have a really good childhood in some way. But even if you did have a really good childhood, it's still important to nurture your inner child and get into that playful energy, because life can be too serious and it can bring us down, and we tend to forget who we were as a pure innocent being. So that's why I got my angels here, little cherubs here. So cute, and the fairy. It's enchantment, okay? It's a beautiful, gentle energy. So let's see, what is today's date? When I'm doing it here now, excuse me, where I am now in Australia, it's Sunday the 23rd, but I'm going to do the 22nd and 23rd because I know that it's different times in different regions here. So let's have a look. So October 22nd for those in the Northern Hemisphere. Yours is perfectionism. Wow, look at this. Today I will allow my partner to be human. Because my parents were never there for me emotionally, I grew up with an insatiable desire for love and acceptance. My need led me to create an image of a person who could meet all my emotional needs. Unfortunately, my myth of the perfect partner has soured my intimate relationships. Because of it, I have neglected the task of taking responsibility for my own happiness. Today I will allow my partner to be human. This does not mean I will submit to an abusive relationship. Giving my partner the freedom to be less than perfect is different than giving him or her the freedom to abuse me. Today I will freely release my partner from the burden of meeting all of my emotional needs. Now, this could be for those who do have a partner, and this could be for those of you who are single. Just talking about relationships and love in general. How do we perceive love to be, or how do we perceive a partner to be, somebody who, you know, we open our hearts to. And, you know, it's very interesting because do we look at people and expect them to be a certain way to make us feel safe, make us feel happy, make us feel comfortable, and bring our own happiness through that? Because everybody, you know, there will be faults and flaws in a person, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be the same as what other people have done to you either. So it's very interesting. This is a very interesting well, affirmation, I guess. Was there an affirmation with this? I'm trying to remember now. I don't know if there is an actual affirmation. I thought they did do it in this one. But this, oh, actually, yeah, that's the affirmation. Today I will allow my partner to be human. So I think it's just about realizing that everyone's human. And that if somebody does hurt you in love, could be friendships, anybody really, that at the end of the day, you know, they may not be like an abusive person was in the past. So just allowing them to make a mistake, maybe giving them the benefit of the doubt. And if you are, you know, maybe looking at just objectively stepping back and saying, am I expecting way too much from this person based on my own insecurities and my needs within? Am I allowing them the freedom to be less than perfect, you know? Yeah, it's interesting. It says here, giving my partner the freedom to be less than perfect is different than giving him or her the freedom to abuse me. So stepping back, not controlling how they act or respond or how they should be, also allows us to be free in ourselves as well. It empowers us as well in some way because we're not living in a world of fear as well. That's an interesting message. Take it if it resonates, you can leave it whatever, you know, what doesn't. And this is October 23rd, intuition. My intuition is grounded in reality. I trust my intuition and honor its place in my decision making. I do not have to understand all that my intuition picks up with its finely tuned antenna. My intuition may direct my senses to observe minute details. Someone may sound good and say the right thing, but my intuition collects other data. Body language and tone of voice may elicit painful memories, and my intuition is the first to respond with alarm. I did not trust my intuition growing up in a dysfunctional family. Reality was denied in countless ways, and I received no validation for my inner voice that spoke the truth. Today I will accept that my intuition is grounded in reality. I will consult that valuable part of myself and listen to its sage advice as I make decisions. So very interesting because, as I said before, we're children, we have an intuition, and sometimes we're not able to always discern as children. We don't have the wisdom. But children can be very much like sponges. They are very aware of their environment, especially if in a dysfunctional family. They're very hypersensitive to the environment around them, and maybe that blocks their ability to discern who's good, who's not good as well in life as they're growing up. So it's just saying that it's about just trusting in what you do receive, listening to what your inner voice is telling you, and it's grounded in reality. So knowing that it does, you know, it's valid and it does play a part in your life very strongly. So if you're really doubting somebody right now and you've got a really strong gut feeling, sometimes it's easy to just get into our mind and confuse ourselves once we do so. So if we're in our mind, you know, trying to analyze something rather than feel and listen to what our gut is telling us, that's when we can become, when we overanalyze and we become confused and have no idea what's going on, and we can be blindsided by people. And it's, you know, inevitable at times that will happen. Yes, but that's what it says. I do not have to understand. See, that's the mind. I don't have to try and analyze it and understand it. I already have to just trust what my senses are telling me. So if you're wondering, does somebody, you know, who might be good to my face, are they backstabbing me behind my back? You know, are they talking about me to other people? Are they cheating on me, or are they being, you know, what am I saying? Not a good friend. This is something you need to just listen to and sit back and observe. Don't jump to a decision, but yeah, definitely sit back and observe what you're feeling and watch what they do. I always say watch. You don't always have to, unless you're in a dangerous situation, take action straight away. You can just sit back and learn and watch things and come into that wisdom that way as well. So we've got the 296. I'm going to grab the angel book. Hang on a minute. Oops. Oh, gosh. I don't have everything with me. I'm going to grab the angel book for this as well, 296, just to see what the extra message with this is. So this is pretty heavy, this book. It does talk about childhood stuff. And I mean, it could just relate to what's going on now as well. 296 says, love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Start by seeing yourself with loving eyes. So trust yourself. There might be aspects of yourself that you don't trust. Maybe in the past you weren't able to trust your intuition, and it led you down a path that wasn't good for you, and you were blindsided by a situation. So therefore it might be hard to take action or make a decision based on your intuition. You might not know what's right, what's wrong. So it's all about learning, discernment, and as I said, sit back and watch, because it will help you to, it'll be kind of like helping you to navigate what next best direction to go in. And it's all starts with yourself, trusting in yourself. As well. So let's have a look here. We've got 295, obviously the one beforehand. So it says, there are divine downloads within you that you need to open in order to move forward on your path. So there's wisdom inside of you that's going to help you to understand why you might react a certain way in relationships, or why you might expect a certain thing from a partner. And you might be aware that some things are a little extreme, or it could be a trigger that's coming up for you that's affecting some kind of resolution or affecting your relationship in some way. It's not saying it's all your fault, you know what I mean, but it's about taking accountability and sitting back and saying, wow, I have an issue here that needs fixing or resolving or healing, and it's not all what that person's doing. So there's really, they are a mirror reflecting to you also the things that you need to heal and look at within, because it always is two people that need to work on themselves, usually. Okay, so let's have a look at some more info. What else can we learn today? This doesn't have to be inner child related, but I feel like whoever's watching this today really needs to hear something to do with that as well. What can we learn today, please, Spirit? Yeah, life is a lesson that's like, what am I saying? It's a journey of lessons. We are the students of life. And look, the tree represents the wisdom and the growth, and we've got a long journey to get to there. And I'm pretty sure there's a chair sitting there, so we need to rest sometimes and just reflect and work out, what have we learned on this journey, okay? What has it taught us? Some of us have gone through massive karmic things where we just, I feel like one of those people where everything is on my shoulders. Like, it just feels like life and its lessons and challenges just really weigh you down. And it's constant. It's one thing against, are you coming up against things all the time? It could be health, could be finances, relationship issues, people just being really cruel to you. There could be so many things all at once that it's hard to move on from. And there are chapters that will close. And new opportunities and beautiful things can start up again, but new lessons will come in, and through karmic partners or just situations, whatever it is, that are bringing a lesson for your own wisdom and your spiritual, evolvement. So it's about spiritual growth. And usually when things happen in a massive, drastic way, and it can be very tragic for some people, it can be very uncomfortable. Some things can be amazing. But I'm talking about the tower moment, when things come crashing down and that there's an end of a cycle and a chapter that's happened in your life. And we do have the book here, see? So it's showing me that it's a blank page. So you have the ability to write a new story, to rewrite or write a new story, a chapter. and start again. And that's what this growth is here, the tree, regeneration. You know, the leaves fall off in fall and they come back in spring. And it's like that letting go process and shedding the old and growing. The tree's always growing and strong. And especially an oak tree, if you look at how strong an oak tree is and how many years of wisdom it would have. But I feel like we're like that in some ways. Like, are we going to pick ourselves up and learn from the lessons that have been given to us? You know, a lot of us, and I've been one of those people, continue the same lesson and you know, the same thing over and over again until you actually get the lesson and understand it, what it's for and why it was there. And a lot of the time we have to, once again, like that message said before, trust in our own intuition, our discernment. And the way we do that is by learning that life isn't all roses and candy. It's not always roses and candy. There's a lot of cruelty in the world. There's a lot of things that we are coming up against with just, you know, the collective global energy. So we can pick it up collectively on a global scale, what's going on in the world. It's not just within our own home, within our own little lives here as well. We're picking up on other people's energy and the world. So we need to cocoon ourselves also and also learn to protect ourselves from all those energies. And it could be psychic study, you know, spiritual study. Some of us might want to get into. Some of us might want to get into philosophy and learn about life and different religions and whatever it is. There's lots to study in life, to understand our purpose and meaning for being here, to understand why did that happen to me when I was a child? Why did I have to get into that relationship and have this happen to me? Or whatever. You know, it's interesting because we do in some way, as I say, the law of attraction, like whatever we're vibrating at, the frequency that we're vibing at is kind of like what we're going to attract to us. Now, it's not saying we go out of our way to attract abusers. I think what it's saying is that if we are vulnerable and we're feeling quite emotionally weak and we don't have the strength or resilience or wisdom to stand up and know that somebody is coming in who has bad intentions, you know, they're going to be attracted to us because we're vibing at that frequency. And if they're an abuser, they're a predator. So it's kind of like that threat, that danger that does come through to some of us who are oblivious or innocent, like that innocent being and gentle being who's a caring soul. And we hear it time and time again that the good people always seem to you know, miss out in life, or they have these people that come in and just do them over, and because they're vulnerable people. And it's not saying you're a weakling or anything like that, or a victim even, but we've all probably been in some kind of victim situation with somebody who has tried to harm us or hurt us or betray us or take us for our money or scam us or whatever it might be. There's sometimes, and maybe not all of you, maybe if you've never had that, that's amazing. I'm really happy if you haven't had that. But then again, if you think about it, if you have had that, it's teaching you discernment, and it's teaching you what not to, you know, allow into your life. It's teaching us about self-protection and self-worth and what we will allow into our hearts and lives, okay? So I think it's really important that we learn our lesson. And when we say learning the lessons, it's not just about getting, well, it is getting it. Obviously, that's a massive part of it, about getting and understanding what it actually is about. But I think that it teaches us so much more about ourselves and our own warrior spirit that we have within us. And when we've gone through something really tough and we've experienced ourselves, you know, it ourselves, then we can help others who are going through the same thing. And the thing is, I was in a violent relationship many, many years ago. And never again, didn't ever happen again, because I learned that lesson not to attract somebody like that. For some reason, it made a massive change in me. But by doing so, I had empathy and I was able to help others, just friends even, because I'm not a counsellor or anything as such, like qualified. But I think through experience, you can kind of become a natural counsellor and an empath, and you can help people to know how to get out of those situations, you know, because you've been through it yourself. So when you look at things like that, no matter what it is, even health issues, you know, whatever it might be that you're undergoing and someone else is going through something, you're the best person to come forward and say, hey, I know what you're going through. I know what you're feeling. Like, it may not be the exact same thing, but it's very similar, and I understand. And you've got a friend in me, you know, that song's coming through. So it's like supporting each other through the life lessons, through the life journey, having that compassion. The Kuan Yin energy is coming through really strongly with this as well, that we can't beat ourselves up for mistakes in the past because they're lessons. I call them soul lessons, okay? So there's no such thing as mistakes, really. They were meant to happen to help us grow and evolve and become more wise to other, you know, to be like maybe in some way like a mentor to help other people or healers in the world that, you know, can help other people through our own wisdom. It's not just textbook stuff. It's funny, we're looking at a book here, but it's actually experience, okay? This is the life of experience, going through things, really understanding them because you've gone through it. I think that's quite an amazing message right there. Wowies, that's full on. It's amazing, amazing energy, an amazing message. And on my Facebook page today, I know this is a timeless reading, but on the 23rd of October, 22nd of October, Sunday Speeches for the Soul. And you might even want to do this just, you know, by, you know, just now, you know, once this video is finished, you might want to grab a book that's right next to you or a favorite book, whatever it might be, and just open up to a certain page. I think it said on this meme thing that I had, like, I can't remember the exact line or paragraph, but it says something along the lines of open the book next to you, go to line, or go to page 86 or whatever it is, look at line 5 on paragraph 2 or whatever it might be, and then you kind of scroll down, you go, oh, that's my message for the day. It's so cool. Or you can just open a book, you know, close your eyes, grab a book and just open it up, and when you open your eyes, the first sentence or word that your eyes fall on is your message. What else can we learn, please, Spirit? Look at this, the winged wise ones. I'm loving this because we're talking about wisdom too. Angelic help, miraculous aid. So you're not alone on this journey. You're going to see white feathers in your path, significant feathers coming in, especially white feathers, which are also you know, that's a sign from Spirit that they're with you on your journey. You're never alone, okay? So a lot of us feel alone on our journey. We feel like there's people who don't understand or who don't support us. Maybe we feel ashamed and don't want to reach out and burden somebody else. The angels hear everything and they're there for you. They are there to support you. And we got the 3 and the 4, 34. So the 3 is all about, just trying to think what that was now, in the Empress, okay? It's the Empress in the Tarot, and the 4 is the Emperor. So it's the divine masculine, divine feminine energies here, feminine masculine energies here. So it's about balancing that within yourself as well. And I feel like the 3, like it's about seeing yourself as a beautiful being, allowing yourself to enjoy the luxuries in life, getting out in nature. And the 4 is about also whilst trusting in your intuition and doing these things, also try and remain grounded and practical and get things in order in your life. Sometimes we do need to set goals, okay, in order to feel like we're moving towards a purpose as well and getting things done. That's really beautiful. And the spiral dancer, what does it say? Circuitous, I can't even remember how to say that now. Circuitous route or perception. So it's showing me that sometimes I remember this message, it was something around the lines of, or along the right, I can't even say, I was going to say around because the spiral. Oh God, Sheree, speak clearly. I'm so tired today. But it's saying that sometimes we see only one way out of a situation, and we need to look at other options, other ways out. And I feel like what this is saying is that Spirit is going to come in and give you signs and help you to navigate your way out of things, because the 5 is all about change as well. It talks about things happening spontaneously, sudden eruptions, whatever might come in. And we just got to dance our way through life and just trust in what we see on our, you know, in our physical world with spirit and what they're giving us. Signs don't have to be a feather. It could be someone coming in to help us. It could be that we hear something over, you know, the radio, like some kind of conversation on the radio. It could be a song, lyrics coming through. And I remember one day I was absolutely going through something really bad. I can't remember exactly what it was now, but there was something that was like a huge stress going on. And I kept hearing this song lyrics saying, everything's going to be okay, you can always start again or something. It was like, what? And it kept saying it in the chorus. And I didn't initially, you know, understand it. And then it suddenly hit me and I'm like, wow, it was just such a weird thing. Like you'll understand it if it's happened to you, as I'm talking about experience once again. If it's happened to you, you understand it. It's like an aha moment of, oh my God, this is a message for me. And then I was like, thank you, Spirit, you know, because it was seriously just so strong and so loud. My radio wasn't that loud, but the message was coming through loud, like, you're going to be okay, you can always start again. And wow, you know, like it was quite amazing. So let's get an idea. What's coming in this week for us? What's coming in this week for us, please, Spirit? Whoopsies. Hang on a minute. Oh, God, it's falling down. Okay, what did I say about teamwork, support, people coming in to help you? And this could literally be in your physical world, you know, people coming in, physical people, not just spiritual people, but physical people coming in to help you with money, around the house, with a project, with anything, maybe give you a meal. People working together to bring something together, okay? So it looks to me like you're definitely not going to be alone, even in your physical world. People are coming in. People are there. Don't be afraid to ask for someone's help. You're worth it. Remember your self-worth. You're worth it to have help come in, and you don't have to carry everything alone on the journey. There's other people who might have experience. Even painting a house or renovating, anything that's practical as well, not just emotional. All right, so let's see. Another card. Oh, this is gorgeous, guys. I'm loving this. This is a very positive card. There's some sunshine coming into your life this week. There might be a blessing. Something might be illuminated for you that's giving you like that enlightenment as well. But it could be saying also get out in the sun as much as you can. Get that vitamin D. But I just feel like, you know, whenever I see this card, the sun, I always hear the words walking on sunshine. So some of you are going to feel like you're walking on sunshine, that you have this lightness and bounce in your step. This is the Leo energy too. Whoopsie, it's gone flying on the ground. And some of you are going to go traveling too, maybe on a holiday, maybe somewhere where it is sunny. But yeah, you're definitely going to feel like you have a sense of direction, and you're going to be feeling like you're on top of something, okay? Being able to like feel on top of a challenge, be able to get on top of something so that you can move forward with confidence and know that there's, you know, a direction to move forward in, and being able to see something when you're in this position, seeing things from afar, like you have a vision for the future, you have something in sight to move towards. So it's really awesome. And some of you will be traveling. This is a Cancer energy too, so it could be going to visit family, things like that as well. And it could be a child, children, pregnancy, birth of a child. It could be anything along those lines. But it could definitely be visiting family for a gathering, or family coming together to work on something. That could be something here as well. Visiting a childhood place, visiting a place, maybe exploring. It could be a new place you've never been to before as well for some of you. And it looks really beautiful here. It looks like it's going to be a really good week here. So know that help is on its way. For some of you. You could be the person coming in to help someone else as well. So let's get an idea with my Divine Colours and Numbers deck here. What's a message we could have, okay, as a guidance card for you this week? Wow, that went flying on the ground. Hang on a minute. Oh, I love doing this. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Wow, guys. Change in fortune. There's the number 5. A sudden blessing is occurring in your life now, which brings good fortune. You've been waiting patiently so long for assistance now, and your prayers have been heard. Wow, wheeze, guys. What did we just say? I love this. Great news is coming to you now, and good luck is on your side. Help can come in the form of a new job, a pay rise, recovery of ill health, receiving approval for a loan, the sale of a house, a small windfall, plus so many more miracles. The key is to keep thinking positively and expect the unexpected. The law of attraction is really working for you now. This is amazing, guys. So keep the faith, keep positive. Know help is coming in. Know that the money's coming in. Know that the angels are going to bring you a sign to let you know it's on its way. You're looked after. And so I hope that's resonated for you this week, or it's helped you in some way. Let me know if anything like that is occurring or will occur, okay, guys? And I look forward to connecting with you guys next time. Love and blessings.